when I say that I want it that way. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm really excited about this video. If you were watching this right now, there's a good chance that America is opening up slowly and steadily. With that being said, there's a lot of people who are entering the world of wedding films. So, here are 8 tips that I can tell newcomers when entering the wedding film industry. Step number 1, I'm gonna get right to it. It's not all about the gear. That's right. Now what I mean by that is, there's certain gear that is very essential, but then there's also certain gear that comes out every year that we really don't need. They're not gonna add that much more value to us. If we get the fundamentals right, that's gonna do a whole lot more than, say, a gimbal or a drone or a slider. If I can tell anybody who's getting into this industry what they should invest in, great lens, body, light, audio. Those are the real cool things. And then other things that are definitely undervalued is batteries, SD cards, storage. Those will be such a great help, and those will probably add way more value to you down the road than anything else. You do not want to be that person who has all of this equipment with no extra batteries. Step number 2 is to play around with what you like. Now, getting into the wedding industry, you probably have watched another wedding video. When you watch another wedding video, you get the sense of, okay, this is how it's done. When it comes to anything that's creative, there's no right or wrong way of how to really shoot a wedding, but you can definitely get a good start off of looking at someone else's work. Be like, okay, so filming this is really important. So you could definitely grab influence from somebody else, but when it comes to making your own films, do what you feel is right, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you the most happy. Step number 3, and no, this is probably going to be my favorite tip, is you're gonna fuck up. That's just the honest truth. Anyone who says they haven't fucked up in a wedding is lying to you. Some people are gonna fuck up in very different ways. So I'll be the first one to tell you, I've been in situations where I've forgotten to hit record. I've been in situations where I've accidentally formatted my card, and I've been in situations where I just completely messed up a shot. It's gonna happen, and you just have to make sure you learn from it. There's really nothing more I can say to that other than it just happens. As you grow as a wedding filmmaker, you're going to learn how to compensate for that mistake. Back in November, I filmed this wedding for a friend of mine and forgot to hit record when she was walking down the aisle. No big deal actually, because I had 3 other cameras backing us up. We're creative enough to make a wedding film. We're also creative enough to cover a mistake that we made. I'm sure if you really look deep down into other professionally made films, you can see little mistakes that they make, but they're creative enough and the content is so strong enough that we're just gonna look past it. Step number 4 is to stay organized. Now, I'm messy, I'm clumsy, I forget things. At one point in my life, I was one of those people where I'm like, I don't need to write it down, it's all in here. One of the things that's been really helping me is just writing things down. There are so many apps, there's so many programs that can really just make life so much easier for you. So I'm gonna keep this really short. Jot things down, clean your stuff, really just make sure you know what's up. Step number 5 is be patient. Anyone will tell you this is not an easy job. You have to be on your toes, you have to be very alert, you have to keep up to date, and you really have to keep moving. You have to keep up with the fast-paced world that we're living in. Which leads me into step number 6. Always grow and never stop evolving. I am a huge fan of education. In the past 3 or 4 years, I have taken probably 10 workshops when it comes to wedding films and personal development. Every time I've taken a workshop, I've always taken something, even if it's a small little thing, and I've applied it to myself personally and professionally. I have gotten a lot more out of the 5 days of education than I did in 4 years of college. That's just my opinion. I know I'm gonna get hate for it. Every time I've done a workshop, I've been able to raise my prices. Not because I did a workshop specifically, but I took something from that workshop that increased my value overall. Once you get the bug of growth, it just keeps going, and life just gets so much better. I've had a chance to travel, I've had a chance to meet some of my best friends now, and I've had a chance to really just take in what life has to offer. Step number 7, we can't do this by ourselves. It takes a village. That's my favorite quote. It does take a village. It's not about what you know, it's who you know. Don't do this alone, guys. Not necessarily have a partner when it comes to your wedding films, but have someone who's gonna be there on your side to push you. Have someone that's gonna be there when you're at your absolute best, but also have someone there who's gonna be with you at your worst. That person is going to make sure that you are on your A game, that you're not slacking. Ideally, I wouldn't necessarily pick a friend I currently have. And it doesn't necessarily need to be videographers. It can be photographers, it can be DJs, it can be band people, it can be makeup artists, hairdressers, it can be florists, it can be planners, it can be whatever it is that you want. Having that person that can kick you in the ass when you really need it, having that person that can pick you up when you're down, and having that person that can give you an extra push really will do wonders for you. It's something that I've been really blessed to have. It's something that's really brought out the best in me. And I'm really glad that I can actually be that person to other people. Number 8, make some friends in the industry. Go to networking events. Go on Facebook, look up networking groups in your community. Look up meetups with wedding vendors. Look up meetups with entrepreneurs. That's gonna be a great opportunity for you to get in front of other people because proximity is really, really powerful. That's it for today, guys. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Jot down any other tips that you would give a new person who is interested in getting into wedding videography. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear what you think. If you're interested in having me film your wedding, or if you're interested in a mentorship, definitely reach out to me. My information is in the description below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like what I'm wearing, go give Quasi Peters of Sunday Born Films a follow, subscribe to his channels, and just buy a shirt. They're comfortable, they look great, I love the design on them. He has become a friend, and he has become a brother. Support him, show some love. Till next time, guys, take it easy.